So one of the cardinal rules of painting is you shouldn't paint over wet wood or any kind of wet surface. And the reason being is because if you coat, if you prime or paint any kind of wet surface, the water evaporates out and then it makes the paint peel, which defeats the whole purpose of having a proper coating of paint. So what professional painters always do is they use moisture readers to determine the moisture content of the wood prior to coating it. So as you can see here, we did some sanding a couple days ago. We did some priming, but we did the weather moisture reader. And what I'm going to do today is show you how to do this. But the problem is if you look up here, the shingle's missing at the end. And this is very common in a lot of houses. And when there's a missing shingle on the top, the water runs down and then it hits this wood and then it runs down the side. And because this is an end grain, the end grains soak up the wood. So first rule, first tip is always have shingles that cover over this, and it really helps preserve the end of your fascia boards, especially if you've got an older house and you've got really cool funky fascia ends. I hate cutting those off and having to paint them. Anyways, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you how to use this moisture reader. And usually what you want to do is you want to keep it under 10-15% moisture content. Anything below that is good. Anything above that, you generally want to stay away and let it dry out. It's been a couple days. So what I'm going to do here is, actually I'll show you. If I kind of poke my finger, I'm not really gouging my finger, but you can see it's going up to like the harder I push, and it goes up to 30% moisture. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stick it into the wood here, and you can kind of see that it's just at the 15% moisture content rate. That's the left side there. So that's at the very bottom, and I'm going to switch the side, stick it right at the end where the end grains are. Oh, what's going on there? See, it's less. It's about 11% if you can kind of see on the side. So that's good. I'm going to stick it on the very top. Might be harder to see, but it's actually under 10% at the very top, if you can see that. I don't know if that's sorta. It's hard to see, but anyways, so basically what you want to do before you paint, especially with wood, is you want to check the moisture content. The other day it was higher than 20%, so we palm sanded it, and then we let it dry. And now that it's dry, we're probably going to wait one more day. We're not going to have any rain. It's a shoulder season, so it kind of goes on and off. I don't think it's going to rain tomorrow, so we're going to come back, we're going to sand it, and then we're going to prime it with a nice wood primer. And basically that's what you want to do. You can do it for stucco, you can do it for hardy board siding, you can do it for pretty much anything. You can do it to your finger if you want to see the moisture content of your body. So real professionals, true professionals, painters, they use moisture readers prior to starting the job, just so that they can get a good job done. So there's your daily tip of the day. Use a moisture reader. Ask your painter to use a moisture reader. Make sure it's under 15% moisture rate. And if it is, you're golden.